Today's theme is our lesson, Internet Technologies. Plan. Basic concepts Internet, the universal identifier of resource URL, its assignment and components, service DNS, email, message format, SMTP, POP3, IMAP protocols. Aim. Introduce Internet to the student to provide an introduction to the email. Differences between Internet and World Wide Web. Although the Internet and www are blended with each other and we tend to use these two words interchangeably in day-to-day life, they are technically different from each other. Let's imagine that we go to a restaurant to have a lunch. Usually every restaurant has a popular dish which is popular and unique only to that particular restaurant. Sometimes we call the restaurant by the dish name instead of the actual name of it. Wondering how is related of the Internet in the 3W. Internet protocols, SMTP, POP3 and FTP. Next, HTTP, HTTPS and VoIP. The Internet uses a variety of language to transmit information from one place on the other. These languages are called protocols. Using the protocols, we can acquire the service from the Internet. Each protocol has a specific functionality, and www is considered to be the largest service acquired amongst the service provided by the Internet. If we take the above analogy in the hotel, we have seen in many hotels that even though here are so many dishes available, only the of these dishes will be popular. Likewise, allows there are so many services available in the Internet. The most popular dish on the menu is www. Internet is an interconnection of computer network around the world. In other words, it is hardware which forms the physical layer to these connections is what we refer to as the Internet. Hence, the Internet comprises of network of computers, fiber optical cables, copier wires and wireless network. But 3W is the software which is used to access the information from the Internet. It consists of files, folders, and the documents which are stored in different computers. How is it crystal clear to use www depend on the Internet to work? Introduction to the Internet views words. World Wide Web is a part of the Internet with function using HTML. www operates under a protocol called HTTP. Search engine. Search engine is an automated website which is programmed to search specific keywords and gives the websites and Internet-based documents as a result. Client. A computer which is capable of receiving the information from the service in the Internet is called a client. A home PC is an ideal example for this. Server. Client computers download files in the Internet from the server. These servers are directly linked to the Internet and consist of a lot of documents. Domain. The domain is the top-level identification strike for a particular server, for example, Yahoo.com. There are various types of domains. It can be categorized using one or more extensions. And URL. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. This is a standard address format that consists of reference to an Internet resource. Each URL states with a protocol followed by a colon followed by two slashes. URLs are case sensitive and do not contain a URLs or web address can be broken down into various components: access protocol, service, server, domain, and the country. The structure of the URL is shown in the figure below. Video 1.
Web browsing. What is a URL? URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It's what you tap in at the top of a browser when you wish to go to a website. Here is an example. Another name for URL is web address. Just as a postal address enables mail to reach its destination, a URL allows your browser to find a specific web page or file across the internet. The URL must be unique and can only point to one place. HTTP at the start of the URL stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is the set of rules, think of it as the language, that the two computers talk to each other in when they're sending data between themselves. www stands for World Wide Web. It's a bit of a legacy thing from the early days of the internet. These days browsers will default this if you forget to enter it when you're entering the URL. Domain name. This is a unique name that is registered to one owner and points to the root directory on a website's host computer. That's a complicated way of saying it's just a name that points to a specific place on a computer which stores the website. The names were devised to make it easy to remember rather than using the numerical equivalent like an IP address. You must register the name and it mustn't already be in use. Extension. .com means global company. Extensions give useful information about website owners. For example, .co.uk means a company in the United Kingdom. Other types include .org for charity, say, or .gov for government. However, just because it says .co.uk on the end, it doesn't mean the website really is a company in the UK, because there's no check on domain name types. Anyone can register a domain name with any extension. Index.html is the default file name a browser looks for when you tap in the domain name. It usually contains the home page of the website. Here we can see index.html for Google and its home site. Sometimes it's not even displayed. Just like you organize your files in folders on your computer, websites do the same for their web page files. This is an example of a path to a specific web page within the site. Think you know what a URL is now? Let's have a recap. What is this? Well done. Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What about this? That's an easy one. World Wide Web. And this? It's the domain name. Remember, it must be unique. What about this? Extension. And there are many types of extension. And here, index.html. It's the default file name, usually the website's homepage. And finally, this is a path that points to a specific web page within a website.
Structure of the URL. There are several domains available in the web, such as edu, education institute, com, commercial enterprise, gov, government, org, organization, net, network provider, and mil, military. Please answer the questions. The lesson is over.